When the Americans liberated Auschwitz, they couldn't believe what they were seeing. I mean, literally survivors that were closer to death than they were to life. Walking skeletons. There was one Jew, a holy Jewish neshama. He was the last person to walk out of Auschwitz, the last survivor. And he walked through that gate and he looked in front of him and he saw the buses filled with the Jewish people, the Jewish survivors. And he saw these big, husky American soldiers. And then he looked behind him and he looked at the barracks and this place that was literally hell on earth. And then he looked up to the heavens and he called out to HaKadosh Baruch Hu in a broken scream. He said, Hashem, I have never felt closer to you than I have when I was in this place. Every second I was here, I felt you. You were with me. Every bit of suffering, every bit of torture, I felt like you were holding my hand and just helping me along. I spoke to you and I yearned to just see you and just to be with you all the time. Every morsel, every crumb that I was able to get, I knew that you were giving it to me and I thanked you. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I want you to promise me that for the rest of my life, wherever I am, whatever I do, I don't want you to take away your presence from me. I want to always feel you. I want you to always be here with me. Please make that promise to me that I should never feel alone without you. And it's amazing to see how close a person can get to HaKadosh Baruch Hu in such a horrible place. But that's something that we need to realize that should be our desire. That's what we should be striving for, to be close with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to have a relationship with Him. And God forbid it should be under those circumstances, in a terrible environment like that. But we still need to realize that even though things are going great and we have all our physical desires and pleasures beyond what we can ever imagine, we still need to realize the main goal of life is to have a relationship with Hashem. He is the one that's pulling the strings, giving us everything that we have, and He's the one that we need to strive for more meaning in our life, to get closer to Him, to learn from His ways, to be there with Him together, live a life of Jewish values and principles. And we see it in this week's Parsha. This week's Parsha talks about the sin of the golden calf. And what happened over there it's a crazy thing, because the Jewish people fell so quick to this sin of avodah zarah, of idol worship. What happened was Moshe Rabbeinu went up for 40 days and 40 nights to bring down the Torah from Har Sinai. But there was a miscalculation by the Jewish people, and they thought that Moshe was not coming back down. They thought the 40 days had passed, and that was it. Moshe was gone, and they even had a vision that Moshe had died. So what did they do? Without missing a beat, they took all their gold and their jewelry, they threw it into a fire, and they formed an image of a golden calf, and they said, this is the new God. Moshe is gone, we have no relationship with Hashem, this is going to be the God that we are going to worship. Idolatry, the worst sin a Jewish person can do, especially when you've just come out of Mitzrayim and you've just seen the 10 plagues, you've witnessed the greatest miracle of the splitting of the sea, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu answering all of their prayers, tefillahs, to get them out of Mitzrayim in such great wealth and honor. How can they go as low as to start doing idolatry? Well, our sages tell us it was because they felt like, who are we? Who are we to have a relationship with Hashem? Moshe is gone. He was the one that was the intermediary. He's the one that spoke to Hashem. He pleaded with Hashem. If something was going wrong, he always asked Hashem. He davened, and he was able to get food and water and all our needs in the desert. Who are we to have a relationship with Hashem? We're a nothing. And that was their mistake. And right away, they couldn't take it. They got so nervous that right away they had to go and make some type of image that they felt that they had a God, that's someone that they can turn to for all of their needs. That was the biggest mistake they could make, because a Jew has to realize the whole essence of a Jew. What makes us different? Where's our holiness? What's special about us? Is that we have a relationship with Hashem through our tefillahs, through our davening, just talking to Hashem from our yearning. Once Hashem sees that we desire to have a relationship, that we're desiring to become better, because we know that's what Hashem wants from us, this connection with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it brings down such tremendous shefa and bracha from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We're already His beloved children, but we become that much more beloved, that much more favored in Hashem's eyes, because He sees how much we want to be close with Him. That's the lesson that we need to learn. We have such a power, especially now, these days, what we're going through. There's a power of tefillah, of prayer that we can't put aside. This is the koach, this is the power, the special uniqueness of a Jewish person. Let's not forget it. Let's use it. And we should all have tremendous bracha and only share with each other good news. Have an amazing Shabbat.